Welcome to Empowered for Life. Today's topic is about managing challenging behaviors. If you're a parent of a child with autism, managing challenging behaviors can be overwhelming. But what if I told you that these behaviors are actually a form of communication, not random actions? Today, I'll share practical strategies to help you better connect with your child, reduce frustrations, and increase cooperation. Let's get started. Challenging behavior is something that a lot of us struggle with when we're working with our child with autism. Behaviors, however, do not happen by chance. It is for a reason, and it is a form of communication. So we need to make sure to find out the function of the behavior instead of consistently demanding from our child what is expected. By meeting our child's needs, it will increase cooperation and reduce challenging behaviors altogether. So today, I will be using a roadmap with a specific example to help you understand and then apply the same strategy in your own situation. Over here, we see a child with verbal abilities that does not want to use his words to request, instead throws a tantrum and attempts to hit his head on the floor to get attention. We do not want to reinforce this behavior, so therefore we ignore it. But the priority is to keep the child safe. So how to not reinforce? Which is not to comment, not to give attention to the challenging behavior. Okay, so not commenting, physically walk over calmly and refrain his head from hitting the floor. Once we have done that, we immediately redirect. Redirection is to say what you want to see. So that's what our child hears. So if our child keeps hearing, no hitting head on the floor in his head, no hitting head on the floor. What we want him to hear is use words, because in this case, we want our child to use words. So you can say use words, I want, and then give him the script to do so. At this time of distress, we want to reduce the cognitive demands. So we can use our words, I want. A non-verbal cue to give that I love to use with my students is to give a visual. So I can just point. And when he actually performs it and he's saying it, then I would reinforce by saying good using your words and then give him what he has requested for. Another way is to use a marker and a whiteboard. So this can be more spontaneous, and then we don't have to prepare our laminated cards all the time. So laminated cards will be helpful if you already know. Otherwise, scripting is perfect, especially for children that can read. So you can script out the whole sentence for them. Another way we can give instructions is also through scripting and spontaneous writing down on the whiteboard. So this is especially useful for instructions such as if your child is running around and you want him to sit down, you can write sit down and prompt sit down. So instead of repeating your instructions multiple times throughout the entire session with him or like bus trip with him, instead of asking him to sit down and ask him to sit down verbally, you can use visuals to prompt, which will be very, very helpful because they process it faster. Okay, so reinforcement is the key to successful intervention. And what we want to do is to reinforce consistently across people, across environment, and that we want to start to catch his expected behaviors when he's doing it. So we do not take for granted that he is doing what is expected at the point of time. Once you see the consistency and he's able to do it across maybe an entire week, no problems, and he's able to request nicely for everything, then we start to fade the reinforcement so that he does not rely on reinforcements as well. So we reduce the frequency and the intrusiveness of the reinforcement itself. Then you would see a happy and intrinsically motivated child that is able to do what is expected at that point of time, and then we can work on the next challenging behaviors. So I hope this has helped you to see how the entire process is going to flow. So we're challenging behavior, first we ignore it, do not give attention, then redirect. Redirection, important is to say what you want to see. Then we reinforce Do not take for granted that your child is doing what is expected at that point of time. Do not hyper focus that your child is doing what is expected, that you disregard it as well. Next, once you see that there's consistency, you gotta fade the reinforcements, and that's when you see that the child's behavior prolongs. And if you need any more help, we are here to help you. So scan the QR code here. You can contact us through our website and get to you as soon as possible. With that, stay safe and be empowered. See you soon.